What's up, nerds? It's Pretty J here, bringing you guys another Call of Duty Ghosts Chem Strike gameplay. Today is a chem on the map, Octane, I think. I still don't know shit about ghosts. But, yeah, today, I just want to apologize for how inactive I've been lately. Honestly, I've been working like 40, 50-hour work weeks, and, yeah, it's just like, it's exhausting all the time. So when I get home, the last thing I want to do is, work on making videos and stuff. And I do love doing it, but it's a lot of work. So yeah, and fucking Calgary today is snowing. Like, we're supposed to get 5 to 10 centimeters today. I went outside this morning, my car is just like completely covered. It's fucking September. What on earth is going on? Anyways, guys, yeah, I'm still really pissed about that. If you hear me sniffling, it's because I actually have my first nosebleed of the year. Tends to happen when there's snow around. But yeah, so let's get down into it. Today I want to talk about my experience with a girl from Tinder. So this happened a few months back. I think it started in February. I just turned 18. I was sitting in the bar at my work, and I'm sitting with my buddy, and he's on Tinder, and I was like, hey man, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's like Hot or Not, blah, blah, blah. He explained what Tinder was to me. For those of you who don't know, it's like an online dating app, but it's really just an online fucking app. And you basically just kind of meet people, and then supposedly you date them, but in reality, most people just bang them. So yeah, and he's on Tinder, and he's like, well, you have to give it a try. And then he pretty much forced me to download it. So I gave it a shot. And one of my first, connections where, I liked her and then she liked me back was this girl. And so I sent her a message. And he usually just used it to, send them really random messages. But this girl, I was looking through her pictures and she seemed really cool. And I saw we had a few mutual friends. So I didn't want to, mess with her too much, just in case they went back to my mutual friend or whatever. So I sent her a message and I was like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And we ended up talking for 4 hours, just having a really, really good conversation. And then at the end of the night, at the end of the night, I said, okay, I got to go to bed. It's, 1 o'clock in a school night. I gave her my phone number and told her to text me, and she was like, okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that, smiley face. And then I deleted my Tinder because I really didn't like it all that much. And then I didn't hear from her for 3 weeks, and I was like, what the fuck? Until my friend, who I hadn't seen at work in a while, came in and just mentioned her friend's name, and I was like, did you just say her name? I don't want to. We'll call her Nancy. Okay, so she came in and was like, Britt, Nancy? And I was like, what? And she was like, she's in one of my classes. She told me that you never texted her. And I was like, I don't have her phone number. I told her to text me. And she's like, oh, but you deleted your Tinder, so she couldn't. I was like, oh shit! I didn't realize the messages would be deleted. And so she gives me her phone number, and I sent her a text after work that night, and we ended up just talking for every day for 2 weeks, just having stellar conversations, and then we kind of arranged to meet up. And I've mentioned it before, there's that really hip Riverside neighborhood, so I took her there, and she lived kind of near it, so I pull up at her house, and her family was out of town. She wasn't quite ready to go yet, so I sat there petting her dog for a little bit, and then she came out, and she was stunning, just absolutely gorgeous. And then she was really, really short, which I didn't realize. I'm a big dude. I'm almost 6'4". I'm 200 pounds, and she's 5'1", 90 pounds. She was just tiny. And yeah, so we go for a walk down by that river. We go get some coffee, and it was just a stellar date. The entire time there was no awkward lulls in the conversation or anything. It was just straight conversing and having an awesome time. And yeah, so at the end, it was really, really cold out. So I gave her my sweater, and then I was only wearing a long sleeve shirt, and it was in the minus degrees, like it was probably minus 20 Celsius, and so all I had is this long sleeve shirt. So I put my right arm in the sweater, and she put her left arm in the sweater, and we like shared it, and it was cute as fuck, like honestly. And so then we go back to my car and warm up, and then we were just planning on watching a movie at her house, and so we drive on back to her house, and we put on the movie Garden State, which for those of you who have seen my personal channel, like that's in my top 10 of all time favorite movies, and it's like kind of my makeout movie. So we put on Garden State. I kind of put the moves on. Totally worked. And like we didn't go too far. I mean, like shirts came off, so that was about how far it went. And then I like kissed her goodnight and went home. And I got a text the next morning from that mutual friend who just sent a screenshot of Nancy and her text, and it just said like, it was like, how was your date last night? And Nancy said, oh, it was fantastic. However, like we went a little bit far for just meeting, and I kind of agreed. Like it was kind of weird, just like hooking up with some random stranger like that. But I did feel like we had the kind of connection where like it seemed like it could be normal, and I was still in high school, right? So and she was a year older, so I'm thinking, oh, maybe this is like how the adult life is going to be. Well, apparently not. But yeah, so I did some I tried to do some damage control, and I just like sent her a text like, hey, I was just wondering if the next time we hang out, like we could maybe, take it down a little notch. Like, I like you, you're cool, but like that was a little far for the first night we met. And she was like, oh, that's great. Like, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Yeah, and I definitely want to go out again. And I was like, cool. And we kept talking, but the topic of like a relationship came up somehow. I don't really recall how, but it was not good. And there was just some huge like misconception. Like, had we been talking in real life instead of texting, I wouldn't have fucked up so bad. So essentially, we were just talking about relationships and stuff, and I came off looking crazy, like 10 out of 10, fucking insane guy, and so yeah, it was like irreparable damage. There was nothing I could do, and it still kind of pains me to this day, to be honest with you. Like, I just kind of consider her to be like the one that got away, sort of, and yeah, it really sucks. We made plans like a month later and never followed through with them. And then about 2 weeks ago, I deleted her phone number from my phone just because, like, kind of like a closure thing. But I don't know. It just, like, I really, really wish I hadn't fucked that one up, because she was something special. And yeah, I think that'll about do it for me today, guys. For those of you who are not subscribed to my own personal channel, I am uploading this new series that I'm doing, and I call it The Road to Whatever, where I'm basically just, I started a new profile on Xbox Live, and I'm doing like a Road to Commander type situation with Modern Warfare 2, and I might do it with Modern Warfare 3, and so on and so forth, depending on the reception, but I will link that in the description if you guys want to check it out. It starts off a little slow, but I promise it does get better. I've filmed about 5 episodes so far, and they get really good, in my personal opinion, of course. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for me today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys take care of yourselves.